Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. I am Ashley. I'm a homeschooling mama with 8 kiddos, ranging from 14 down to about 5.5 months. I wanted to do a video today on something that I think a lot of people butt heads about, and I think something that is a topic that people can relate to in this day and age. It is the topic of extracurriculars. So I wanted to kind of give my viewpoint on how I feel as far as extracurriculars are concerned as a mom of 8. I want to start off by saying that this, as I always say, I feel like in videos that this is my opinion. This is what works for our family. This is something that you are not interested in the slightest, but I think more often than not, it's something that we are really, you're either kind of all in or you're not all in extracurriculars. So I kind of wanted to give my viewpoint, where we stand on that as a family, and just kind of our stance on it. So let me say first that I start my kiddos early in sports or extracurricular. I really believe that it is beneficial as my kids are young to start them in something that they love. I can't even tell you how long it's been since my 7th kid, who is now 3, started asking about baseball and t-ball. He literally missed the cutoff this year by a month. I was so upset. So if he was born 1 month ahead, he would have been in junior t-ball. We introduce it to them very early. And again, it is something that I start early because it gives them a sense and excitement for doing something and to get involved in something, to start something early so that you know, and you can kind of either check that box off, like, hey, we tried baseball, we're great at baseball, we love baseball, let's keep doing baseball, or baseball is not for me, or just you get an idea of what they enjoy at a very young age. And typically those that you see really excelling and really succeeding in a particular sport have started when they were itty bitty. I, as a younger child, started some things later in my childhood. I danced for a very long time, but after that, and I kind of got burnt out of it, I started gymnastics, I started acting, I started these variety of things. And the downside to that was that I was much older, and it was almost kind of awkward because all these kids had been doing these particular activities for so long. These gymnasts had been doing gymnastics since they were toddlers, and here I was like an 11-year-old starting this new sport for fun because I didn't stick with dance, entirely. I did go back to it in high school, but entirely through my childhood. And so for the benefit of not being like the oldest kid in there who is brand new, I like my kids to just know and have an idea of what they enjoy doing at a very young age. I also want to say that as they get older, that they really appreciate and really focus on that hard work ethic. I can't even tell you how many times that my kids have spent all day at their respective sports. Baseball, I don't know, 3-4 games in a row. Taekwondo, all day at a tournament, all day in lessons, all day at a testing. dance all day at a show, all day at rehearsals, and it's crazy. But I value their work ethic so much. And they spend their weekends doing what they love. When there's something involved in their extracurricular that they have on the weekends, and they enjoy doing it. At any point, if they said, I do not like what I'm doing, then we need to reevaluate. And whether they're 7 or 17, we need to reevaluate, right? It is something that we value, that we really take pride in, and I take pride in my kids being so dedicated to something that they love doing. And that in return makes it worth all the time, all the money spent, all the driving time, all the everything. It makes it worthwhile. And as a parent, there is just something you can't describe, and you can't compare that feeling of seeing your kid up on stage, seeing your kid on the field, seeing your kid on the mat, all of those things. As a mom of 8, yes, it is busy and it is crazy, but it is also my greatest joy to see my kids do what they love. Now, there are plenty of people that say, let your kids be kids, let them run outside, let them, do family things, let them do, not be go, go, go all the time. And in return, I say, again, if at any time my kids said, no, I don't like this, this is taking up too much of my time, etc., we wouldn't be doing it, right? Also, I want to instill in them the go big or go home mentality. It is something that they don't always like to hear me say. I am a very big advocate of that. I really feel like you are either all in or you're all out. I don't really like the fact of my kids, if they were to, like, for lack of a better word, half-ass what they're doing. And I think that it is very important that you teach your kids, look, if you want to do your best, not be the best at what you do, but do your best and feel confident that you have done your best, then you need to give it 110%. And for the most part, that is what my kids do. There are times when they're like, no, I don't want to give 110%. Okay, then that you get out of it what you put in, right? And so not only does it teach that mentality of putting forth 110% in what you love to do, and even if you don't love to do it, if it is something that you are supposed to be doing or you have to do, put in 110%. They have that ingrained in their brain. Go big or go home. Go big or go home. Big or go home. And sometimes my husband hates to hear me say that, but it's like, it's the truth. And yes, our schedules are busy. Yes, sometimes I am going in all different directions. I have somebody picking up one kid here. I have somebody picking up one kid here. I have, I'm picking up 2 kids. It's just sometimes crazy, but it is my joy to do that. I do not complain ever. I'm like, wow, we have to be in 5 places at once. Okay, let's figure this out. There is no complaining about it. I do not complain about it. And it gets to the point too where with my kids being older that I ask them, do you want to do this? I have one kid that is like, yes, every time. Yes, yes, yes. I don't even have to ask. I have one kid that's kind of like, ask me first, and, to make sure that I know what I'm getting into, that I don't have anything else that I'm doing that I would, maybe rather be doing, or something else going on, or do I really feel like doing that if it's not necessary? So I kind of have 2 different kids in that regard. My younger kids, they just do it. They start young, and It just becomes a part of their life. Extracurriculars become a part of their life. I do not want my kids, my teenagers, being 16, 17 years old and not have something that they can take pride in. It's just something that I am very, very passionate about. So that is kind of how I sit with extracurriculars as a mom of a large family. It is not easy. It is not for the weak. It is not for the homebody, really. It is not, like I said, we do, there are days, there are tournament days for baseball that we will be up there all day. All day. Or I'll come for half a day with the other kids and my husband will stay up there all day. And I'm talking about like sun up to sundown. But I love it. You will never hear me complain. Never. And that is what I also want my kids to see, is that I show up regardless, and their siblings show up regardless, and we cheer each other on regardless of if it's cold outside, regardless of if it's hot outside. We cheer each other on because we are a family, and this is a family unit, and we are all in these sports together. So let me know if you have any questions down below about this topic, or if you want me to expand on anything. I think this pretty much covers it for teens all the way down to little bitties. So let me know if you have any questions down below, guys. I will see you next time. Take care.